I want to be able to use my hands. You said, my hands are moving too much.
Yeah.
Think about it, Lorna. It's like a house without a foundation. Your feet are your foundation. If you are not stable at the base, this is always going to happen. You're balancing on her mouth. You can't possibly have a steady hand if you do not have a steady foundation. Okay? So, really, is that girth is here and there. The point you have to be thinking is if they pull the force out from underneath it on the landscape. If you cannot do that, you are going to be balancing on her mouth. Okay? So, I find so often we do these lessons, we go here, we try to teach a student so many different things. I want to just focus on that one concept. Because if you can't get that, you'll always be hand riding.
Okay.
Okay?
Makes sense?
Okay. Because even now, you start to get the line up, ear, shoulder, hip, heel. Can you feel the difference?
Yes.
Is it stretching your quadricep? So you're going to have to do lots of different quadriceps.
Here.
That's your hip flexor.
Yeah.
So think about it. If that's not stretched out, it keeps drawing your knee up and your lower leg forward.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. And so it's just going to be a matter of you constantly stretching that out. And what a good time to do that in the winter. Get on, you walk around the buckle, you drop your feet out of your stirrups, you keep thinking, you do your leg circles, I keep thinking, out, back, down. I am going to keep thinking about my legs coming back underneath my feet. And when you're ready, pick up a nice rising strong. Roll it out. Just a little bit more up. Now, all these muscles, rising front, all these muscles that I'm trying to make you tired here. Because all these muscles that you're using right now to do a rising trot are all the muscles you're going to relax so that you can sit. Oh my God, we even got it on video. This is great, Hannah. Because she's going to see the before and after of her lower leg is really exciting. Oh, rising trot.
Got some nice footage in there too, Jack.
And then as soon as you say, oh, don't drop your head off to the left. Could you feel you sat, your lower leg started to fall forward, you drop your head over to the left, okay?
Yep.
So, what I'm finding with you a little bit, it's your hip flexor, but also every time you think of sitting or your rising trot, you fall too far back on your cantle. So you need to keep thinking in your mind, my hip is under, my hip is right over my heel. I come up and I land a little closer to my pommel. I want you to stay connected with your seat, but you've got to stop thinking I'm going to come that far behind the vertical. Okay, so you... I know what she means by lift your ribs, but it's not working for you. You need, instead of you thinking of lifting your ribs, I need you to think about finding that balance between your front and your back. Okay. So you want to collapse a little here. In your process of lifting your ribs, you're popping your ribs out. You've got to keep everything flat. So I want you to take a minute, and I want you to think about it. I'm going to think of a good thing to tell you. I want you to make an iron wall with your stomach. An iron wall. Feel it? Now push your guts out against it.
Okay, yeah.
Got it? Okay.
So you're tightening the core, pushing out your
Right, so that you don't go this way, I need you to go this way, but I don't want you to push your ribs out. Because every time you push your ribs out, you come behind the vertical, which is causing your lower leg to come forward.
Okay.
Do you feel what's happening there? Yep, stay in line. Yep. And keep thinking here when she's silly like that, all you keep thinking about is I'm going to hold out my core. Think again about making that band right in the front, pushing your guts out against it. Okay, good. And now soften your forearms again. Roll your wrist a little bit. You got it on your feet. Now keep thinking, I am going to allow my hip flexors to open and close. Pedaling my bicycle backwards. My legs are not tight in any way. Oh my God, hang on your feet. I soften my forearms. Don't come and grind your feet. So there's a difference between I'm going to be connected and I'm going to drive that horse's back down. Allow her to carry you. Okay? Yeah. And as soon as I said that, I liked your seat already better. Okay? You see what I mean? Instead of that effort, I'm going to sit, I'm determined to sit. You got to think, gravity is going to help me to sit. Gravity will bring me down. I just need to allow you to bring me up again.
Okay.
Yeah, let us carry you. Breathe. Soft eyes. With your legs getting better. Good. Stay closer to the palm. Okay, and again, either find your back equal. Find again that wall. Push your guts out a little bit against it. There you go. Lower, middle, abdominal. Good. Beautiful. You get in there. I love it. Hands are level. Keep thinking I'm going to connect to my seat. I'm again, the core muscles go from your shoulders all the way down to your glutes. Huh? All the way down. It's a lot. Okay. All right. I love it. Soft your forearm. Put your hand both together again. Hands together for a minute. Now separate from the pretend my hand is right there on your chest and just push a little bit against my hand. So your body will come just a little bit more forward.
Say that again?
Pretend my hand is right here
Yeah.
and just do a little push against it.
Okay.
And that'll make you from falling behind vertical.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
Now you're lying up to your shoulder to the down. Good.
Okay.
Can you feel the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, walk forward. Good, hands totally independent of the seat and the leg. Totally independent. Look where you're going, Lauren. You get you looking a little bit off to the inside, okay? Look where you're going. The horse is going straight. That girl, good. Again now, your lower leg is falling a little bit forward. Again, it comes from the hip, out, back, and down. Bending your elbow. So your right arm gets a little straighter, okay, Lorna? Okay, so we're going to little push. Your seat is softly connected. Your feet carries you. Feet carries you. Let her go. Think about, little bounce on your cushion. Bounce, bounce, bounce. You're going to bounce. I love that. And breathe. Change direction again. That's just you. In that moment, she gets a little silly like that. You're not going to think of going to your hands. You're going to think of just driving her around. Don't overlook to the left. Yep, trot.
So it feels like her trot is very choppy right now, which is probably.
We're just working.
We're not worried about that.
for a minute.
Okay. All right.
It's going to get better and better. First,
Okay.
we got to fix one thing at a time.
Okay.
First, we have to know that you can follow her. You can have a stable core. Your powerhouse is definite, and then we'll be able to start influencing her. Okay? Okay. You're doing awesome. Your lower leg is getting better and better and better here. Keep thinking legs out, back, and down. A nice little 1, 2. Come on, up. And in that moment, when you have a behind you, just make her bounce like pushing along a little bit more. That's it. job. There. Again, your forearm is soft here. Keep softening your forearm, but you keep riding. There you go. Good. There. There. Good. Nice. It's getting better and better and better. Good. How's your leg feeling? Oh, okay. Good. Now you can walk. Take your stirrups back. And some saddles, just to let you know, don't really help you. Wider and have your leg a little bit more forward. It's a little bit where the stirrup bar is located. That looks good.
And I do have
Good. I like it.
yoga and all kinds of
I
stuff.
know. We all have different
It's
stuff.
called AGE.
It's all, yeah. Okay, so keep thinking again. That seat is going to be
just realized
independent of
I
the
saw
hand.
my
Okay.
Independent of the leg is. So even though my leg is an 8, I'm going to keep focusing on making sure my feet stays connected. I'm going to sit in that moment just a quarter up. We're going to go like that. So it's at my pull. The right pull. Soften your hand, and ride it forward. Good. So it's a little fussy. I feel like you just got to think about riding her nice and forward with your leg and seat and saying, okay, my knuckles are up against this board and I'm riding you back out to it. Okay. Good. Love it. Again, hands are level. Keep low down. You're okay. Now, as soon as I left up your hand, I think you thought about your hand and you thought about your seat. So make sure again, we got that feeling now you can make those adjustments in our seat. Keep riding.
Okay, so what happens is you're right. I'm focusing on trying to keep my alignment, and the automaticness of what I do, I can't be automatic anymore.
Absolutely. And this is where you're going to have to visualize this off the horse. You know, and I actually made up a poster about, it was an article, it was in the Dressage Today about all this visualizing it. For a while, I would have you just visualize on, oh my goodness, I need to put my hands back together and move it. And you'll have to visualize that like, whatever, 20 times a day. Yeah, and here your right hand is a little bit lower, you're pulling her around, right? But don't come in line with your seat. The feeling in that moment is that your seat goes a little bit more active, but I feel you in that moment get a little behind the vertical, and immediately your lower leg comes forward.
Okay.
So in the moment that she gets a little behind you, you think about your seat, and give a little squeeze to the top of the move. And keep that lower leg on. There you go! Yeah! That's fine! When you thought about your seat, you could get behind the motion and let your lower leg fly forward. Did you feel different? Now I'm a little bit forward, go too dearly back. So with her,
I sat on it for most of
boy, you have plenty of power, don't you?
Yes.
Between the corner is the there's that.
Now, this is really important, and we have it on video, huh? That was super important to see
I
that.
see this video.
So before, when you were trying to make her go forward, you leaned back, your lower leg went forward. You thought, I'm going to push her with my seat, but all you did was pull her with your hand. Go forward again. Go with her. Her hand is on the chest. So think about your seat bouncing along with your little squeeze with your lower leg underneath you. There you go. Don't pull back. Go with her. Lean and come forward with your shoulders. Oh, you got plenty of power.
Oh, then I start bouncing.
Yeah, well, that's okay. We have to fix one thing at a time. It's not her fault you stop bouncing. Go across the diagonal. Go with her. Don't you dare lean back. Come forward a little bit with your shoulders. Just a little. How easy
She's
is
a nice
that?
little thing in there.
Lower leg up. So do you see where your tendency is to lean back? Every time you want to go forward, then the lower leg goes forward.
Yep.
I mean, that was very fun to watch because
And when you said squeeze with the top of my boot, I think that is a visual for me that I was like, oh, I'm kind of like taking my knee and thigh off and squeezing down below here.
and the problem is that when you do that, you can see your toe if you really look down, but maybe you couldn't because at that point you're leaning quite far back. Now again, front and back are equal. don't you dare get leaning back and grinding with your seat. Keep your feet connected, but as close as possible. Good. And now go forward a little bit, and make sure you come a little forward with your shoulders. Squeeze a little top of your boots. There you go. There you go. There you go.
So my shoulders aren't rounded doing this?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
I feel it.
Not at all. Got the video. Come on in. Look where you're going. Beautiful. Beautiful. 20-meter circle just so it can be on video. She thinks she's rounded in the shoulders, everybody.
You want me to zoom in?
Beautiful.
Here's the
You
crowd.
are not rounded in the shoulders. It's beautiful. Circling. Don't overlook. Look where you're going. Again, you want to go a little more forward. What are you going to do? You're not going to leave that. There it is. Feel that?
Yes.
This is beautiful. You got it, Lorna.
Except my hands are like all over the
We're going to fix them. Don't worry. First, have to get your seat and your leg organized. You can't fix your hands if you don't have your what? Feet. Or your foundation.
Do you know how long the lunch
Take a
break
quick
is?
break for a second. Tell me if you have any questions.
Okay, thank you. I'm the one after, so I just want to know how much time I have.
messing up all these other things that I thought I was doing okay with.
We got it on video, and it was so fun when you said, I think my shoulders are rounded. They were not rounded at all. What had happened is you had gone from here with your lower leg forward to being correct on the right.
See, I'm used to like trying to keep them back.
But what's happening,
I tend to
this is
do
doing
accident.
nothing.
Right.
Think about it. You've got to be equal front and back, right and left. Soon as you go here, what are you going to be balancing with? Yeah.
Okay.
So super, super important that you get your core working correctly. And like I said, I can't stress enough, the core muscles, I mean, the more I learn about it, it's everything. It goes from our shoulders all the way down into our butt.
Yeah.
And it's our stability, it's our powerhouse. Without your core muscles, your back is going to get hurt, you can't possibly stay stable in the saddle if your core is not strong.
Yeah, and it's the keeping the core aligned, as you just, that's what you're pointing out to me, that I probably have not been focusing on.
Exactly.
Because I tend to lean back and put my core, with the core here, and brace
But
it.
you're just thinking of this being as your core, you're not thinking about your back.
Right.
Remember, you have to be equal, front and back, left and right. The other thing, and it's going to be crucially important, the more you are leaning back, it is really causing your lower leg to come forward. And then you come back with your hands. And that's why I was asking you to step her into a longer stride and make sure you can get that behind. And it's not, like I said, I need you to stay connected with your seat. I just don't want it to be a grinding seat.
Yep.
I want it to be a seat that she can carry so that she can use her core and lift her back.
So there's a little lifting of myself in that sitting trot so that I'm not grinding her.
You have to allow her.
Yeah.
You have to allow her to lift you up.
Yeah.
Gravity will bring you down. And that is why you have to be so forward. And again, think about immediately your seat says go forward, but you're not going to grind and sit back. You're going to, I'm going to allow you, I'm going to bring you forward, I'm going to use the tops of my boots. She has got to get there. This is beautiful. So that will be softer. And keep focusing on you're not going to pinch with your knees. Yes, you're inside of your thigh. It's great and breathing against it. It's all part of your seat. Good. And breathe. And let your hip flexors work behind your knee, your lower back. Your ankle looks like it's working fine. How's that feeling?
It's actually feeling much better.
It's looking much better. In that moment, exactly. I was going to say, in that moment that you balls her head around, now I love that, because you said, okay, now I'm going to drive you forward, my feet light, everything works, I'm going to give you a little tap. Good. That's what you're doing. Super, Lorna. Super. Yeah, I don't work so hard. You guys can just follow. riding through these elbows. You think I'm going to have to be a little passive again with your forearm? They went right through. Now we look at your half ball. You can see top of your glutes, close your hands, go this one, right. Up, go right, right, a little rounder. So if you do that, you have to think, okay, maybe I used too much hand. I need to support that half ball a little bit more with my leg and feet. Okay. Put her on a 20-meter circle, please. Corner of the right eye. Right half ball to make her a little more connected. So I ride you a little bit more with my leg and feet. I catch you a little bit with my elbows. And now I follow my forearm, but I keep riding you through with my leg and feet. Yeah. But I keep riding you through. My lower leg stays underneath a little corner of the right eye. A little supple in here on the right. You see that? Make your wrist curl a little bit. A little bit more forward again. Go with her. Go with her. Don't get left behind. Go with her. Soften your hand where you want to go. Yeah, there I think you were too strong in your hand, huh? Could you feel when you soften your hand a little bit, huh? You have that over your feet, and now right a little rounder again. Think about your half ball, exactly what you need in it, and how little can I do? Can I just maybe correct my position? You know, like maybe just think of dropping my elbows down a little bit. Keep the lower leg underneath you. Lower leg underneath you. Good. Soften your forearm. Keep riding your leg and keep a little bit. Now, when you soften your forearm, the reason I said you would keep using a little leg is because you got a little behind your leg. Yep. Anybody watching, if you soften your forearm, you better soften your leg a little because most horses will go too far forward, pass forward. But this one needed a little support. Super. Keep your lower leg underneath you. You're falling back a little bit. Find your core muscles again. Stop a little bit here. Corner of the right eye. Good job. Good. Keep riding your lower leg underneath you. It wants to go forward, doesn't it? Your leg, yeah. Can I stand up in my stirrups? Can I let my hip go again? Can I let my hip go again? Good job. Don't you dare get leaning back. Hold your core more. Super. When you're ready, transition to anchor. Don't you dare pull. Inside leg at the third, inside depot. Don't you dare pull. Keep riding the canter. Inside leg at the girth. Outside leg is 4 inches behind the girth. Yeah, don't worry about her face. Keep cantering. Don't pull. Yeah, be able to off and right. Keep cantering. Keep connected without running. Keep it a little more forward. Soften the hand a little bit. Soften your hand a little bit. Let her go. Corner of the right eye. Good. Soften your hand a little. Let her go forward. Soften the hand. Give her a place to go. Hold. Give her a place to go. And then your feet, you connect her. Stay supple with your hand, with your forearm. Right over the little corner of the right eye. Forward. Yep, good for you. There, she got to look down a little behind you. Corner of the right eye. And soften right a little forward. The top of your boots doesn't work. You heel, huh? Corner of the left eye. Soften right a little forward. Corner of the right eye. Maybe your hand is doing it with your feet, huh? Can I flex you a little? My feet keep coming. A little forward. Now, can I go a little forward and soften around in both rings? Don't pull back. Right into it. Massage. Maybe she used her core. She's got to breathe in now. Yeah. Good. And a little forward. Look at your place to go. Soften hand. Come on. There's a little kick if you need to. She's got to go when you say go. Yeah, it's getting better. Super. Transition to trot. High up. Ballot. So you should have been a little more prep. I didn't say it. Okay.
She heard you say trot, so she.
Yeah.
You gotta spell.
My Lord. Okay.
Before I could ask her, she kind of did it on her own.
I can tell that you can try to feel. You know, the idea is that I want you to be able to use your rate independent of your feet. And right now I'm just doing 1 8 at a time. And you can flex her, but you see, have to keep it here, without getting back and telling your mind.
favor? When she's done, can you press the red button and stop it recording? I'm riding Tito. I have no idea where anything is, so I need to start going. It's 12 now.
So know in your mind, a half all goes through, and really break it down. Think in your mind here now, what is a half all? Put it down for a little bit better by just meaning understood. Thinking, correcting my position a little bit, making sure my core is engaged. And as I correct my position, automatically my seat, my core is clear, my leg encompasses her a little bit more, and as I stretch up, there is my reigning. I correct my position, and then I soften my forearm and my seat. Yeah. And then say, can I soften a little on this left rein? But my seat doesn't change. Down, do it, down, soften her a little on this inside rein. Keep at it. Keep trying to see change. You let her walk almost. She can't change. I want to corner this left eye. I don't care if you have to bring it to your left knee a couple times, but she can't stop trying. And that's like the feeling of you stay on my seat, you don't listen to my seat, my leg will back it up. So you got a lot of things back up. Good. And now all you're asking is I want this corner to the left eye. But you see, that's what you say. Come on, she slowed down. Be a little bit more proactive in that moment. Don't make it more confusing. You just let her know.
This is where we struggle.
It doesn't matter. Just keep working on it. You haven't done anything to correct her, though. So meaning if she doesn't do the corner of the left eye, you might have to say, okay, so if I use my fingers like this, sweetheart. So if you say fingers don't work, and you use the wrist, and you use the elbow. But then it's a feeling of go back to, oh, that's my knee. But you never corrected her, so she thought she was doing the right thing the whole time. Okay. So you went like this, can you do it? She's like, no, man, she wasn't going to walk. You just sort of let her walk. So it's going to be, oh, yeah, oh, that's all I want. You know, it's something. And it's going to be a feeling of, that is the lady you listen to. If you don't listen to that, I do that. But you never did that. You sort of like, so it's trying to play with my hand. Yeah, but it's not, it's a feeling of, the problem is you just said something really important. Lightness doesn't train. They really are going to eventually like a nice honest feel, don't they? Yeah. Really, you know, I use this example quite often. The contact should literally feel like you're taking a 3-year-old across a busy street. Okay? So lightness, you don't want lightness. You want a feeling of a steady feel. But your seat has to be independent of what your hands do. So when you're like, okay, my little 3-year-old, come across the street. Oh, the 3-year-old's trying to get away from you. A truck is coming. What are you going to do? You're going to snatch the hand and say, get back over here. That's the same feeling you want here. Come on, I'm 3-year-old, come. Don't listen. A little snatch here. Yeah, come on. Come across the road. You didn't run over. And then the lady again. You see what I mean? So lightness has nothing to do with it. You want to have a steady feel. Okay. So I'm going to recycle what my riding needs are doing. And now you got to be strict here. And now you got to be, definite on your seat. And now you got to be strict here. And now don't wait till it's bad. Say, still hold your 3-year-old hand. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait till they're ready to make that run across the road. You're just saying, I'm going to stay with you. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. And right now, we're doing very direct in the corner of the left eye. Eventually, as you know, you go to your inside leg for bend, and you always bend them to the inside so they can get connected to the outside. But
Right here, it's just where we see right here, even at home. This corner is where she does that whole.
Yeah, that's all just Bonsour. Okay. That's just, she's just totally Bonsour there. So the idea again has to be that you have to be a little, in that moment, you have to be so clear, yes, my 3-year-old, you're not going to run out into the road.
Okay.
You really have to stay with me. And the feeling is, in that moment, again, how independent are your age, meaning step forward. And every single time that she doesn't let you control her speed and direction, you need to ask her a question. And be very clear, this is what you're looking for. Here again now. So you gotta shuffle the jar a little bit, but you gotta be very clear in that the rhythm that you want. She stays moving. Good, and she stays moving here. And now shuffle her before she starts looking over where her buddy is. And you stay moving here, I love it. Oh, there, now you're right. You got it, girlfriend. Look at that. Yeah, here with that. Come on. Yeah. Now, and you're not gonna let that little kitty cross the road. Oh, she's already started to look at the traffic. She's gonna make a run for it. Oh, good, good. You know she's still here, so right, good. Ah, well done, Lorna. How's that feeling?
Much better.
Yeah, come on, back off, little traffic coming in, you get loose. Good job. Super, this is great. When you're ready, start the piano. Don't you dare change anything. Still be that overprotective mother, mate. Go, you let her back off? No,